Welcome to the Western Region Drug and Alcohol Task Force's presentation concerning HHC. We hope that you find it useful. HHC is formed ultimately from the cannabis plant, the most widely used illegal drug in Ireland. The last few years have seen the appearance of a range of new cannabis-based products and developments in the way it can be consumed. Some of these new cannabinoids are fully synthetic in that they are man-made and not extracted from the cannabis plant. Others are semi-synthetic, meaning that products extracted from the cannabis plant undergo another process to form a new compound. HHC, or hexahydrocannabinol to give it its full name, is the most common semi-synthetic to have been detected in Europe. We will later explore some of the concerns surrounding this particular product.
Semi-synthetics are usually extracted from hemp, which contains a low amount of THC, the psychoactive part of the cannabis plant. This means that most semi-synthetics are not currently controlled in some European countries. Low levels of THC are allowed in products sold in many European countries, but not in Ireland, where any amount of THC in a product makes it illegal. HHC appears to be the main semi-synthetic cannabinoid to have appeared. Since HHC was first identified in May 2022, 5 other semi-synthetic cannabinoids have also appeared on the European drug market. HHC became a Schedule 1 controlled drug in Ireland in the summer of 2025. CBD is extracted from the cannabis plant. CBD is not psychoactive and can therefore be sold all around Europe, including Ireland, perfectly legally. HHC is in turn taken from CBD. This allowed for the legal loophole of sales in Ireland until that loophole was closed. In time, we will see if sales fall significantly, given that it can no longer be purchased legally here. As with other illegal products, customers may seek to purchase the product online and risk the consequences of importing it into Ireland.
HHC, as we have already noted, has been reported as having similar effects to THC-based products. It can be sold as a liquid, added to low-THC weed or other plant matter, or infused into edible forms of cannabis. It, however, most commonly turns up in mixtures intended for vaping. The accuracy of these claims as to the effects have not yet been fully assessed. Some users have asserted that HHC is less intoxicating, leading it to being described sometimes as cannabis light. The range of products is expanding rapidly, but mainly in the area of vaping products. At the present time, it is somewhat difficult to get accurate figures on the levels of HHC use. Many users will be unaware that HHC is being used on traditional cannabis or weed, and testing facilities may not dig any deeper than detecting THC. In addition, some countries may not be focusing on detecting cannabis use in general, especially when it is bought online. A number of factors have led to this surge in the production of HHC products. The legalization of hemp cultivation in the US in 2018 led to a subsequent abundant supply of hemp and in turn CBD. Combined with advances in chemical research and cheap manufacturing has resulted in the production of a relatively low-priced product. The social acceptance of vaping and the marketing of HHC products, especially online, has led to a growth in sales.
Access to HHC products prior to July 2025 no doubt led to greater use. HHC was widely sold online as well, although purchasers now risk the same consequences in law as purchasing other Schedule 1 drugs such as raw opium or the coca leaf. Drug dealers may also have bought up quantities of HHC and before the new law came in. They may be selling it as HHC or adding it to low-grade THC products that they may also be selling.
HHC appears to have broadly similar effects to cannabis and other THC-based products. The pharmacology and toxicology of HHC in humans has not yet been fully studied. HHC does not appear to have any documented legitimate uses. Some of the products available are in forms that may deliver high doses, raising concerns about the possibility of adverse health effects. More research is needed on the implications of consuming these substances, such as HHC, especially in higher doses. The current lack of robust monitoring data makes the availability and the risks associated from the use of these substances difficult to assess. Cannabis-induced anxiety disorder may manifest as either general anxiety or panic attacks. Panic attacks that result from cannabis use are similar to those that are not related to cannabis use. A family history or a personal history of psychotic symptoms is associated with an increased risk of psychotic symptoms during cannabis intoxication. In some cases, a patient may present with hyperactive delirium and symptoms such as hyperactivity, agitation, autonomic instability, disorientation, and sometimes hallucinations. The general treatment for acute cannabis intoxication in adults is supportive care. Other risks are to a large extent unknown. Some have pointed out that any vape could contain contaminants or could produce unhealthy products due to the heating process. Others question the safety of vaping devices themselves. Further research is required to fully understand the potential health risks in this area.
It is possible that demand for HHC products may drastically reduce due to the changes in law concerning HHC. It is, however, likely that some current users will continue, even given the change in law. It is also likely that other semi-synthetic cannabinoids will appear on the market, which may or may not be covered by existing laws.
Thank you for listening to this presentation. If you have any feedback for us, then do please contact us at training@wrdtaf.ie. A range of e-learning modules are also available for you to take. You can find them on the training page of the Western Region Drug and Alcohol Task Force website. Thank you.